Hello, here's the last slide from the 6.4 homework, homework number 1, the ones that was on the slides. Let's just walk on through it. All right, so we have this graph here, Billy Bo Bob's watermelon juice stand. Your x-axis, here, let me go ahead and give me 1 second. Okay, your x-axis right along here is representing the number of glasses sold. And then your y-axis right around in here is representing the total profit. So let's remember what profit means. Profit means the money earned after you've already recuperated the money you spent. All right, let's get going. A says, what do our X inputs represent in the situation and our X outputs? All right, we just went over that. Our X's are number of glasses, and our Y's is our profit. All right. Part B, where is the x-intercept of the graph? And what does it tell you about this story? So let's remember that the x-intercept is where our line crosses the x-axis and y equals 0. That is the definition of our x-intercept. So the line, is this, this is the line, this in red. That is the line of the function of this situation of Billy Bo Bob's watermelon juice stand. And so the x-intercept is where this line crosses the x-axis. Here's the x-axis. So this point right here is our x-intercept. And that is the point when x is 2 and y is 0. Remember, x represents our horizontal movement, and y represents our vertical movement. Okay, so let's talk about what this means here. What does it mean to have this point here when x is 2 and y is 0? Well, if x represents the number of glasses sold and x is 2, that means that Billy Bo Bob has sold 2 glasses of juice. So since x is number of glasses and x equals 2, so when x equals 2, Billy Bo Bob sold 2 glasses of juice. When y is 0 and y is our profit, so y is 0, that means Billy Bo Bob has 0 profit. Has 0 profit. And I think that really confused some people, because if he's already sold some juice, then how can he have no profit? What this means is that he spent some money getting this juice stand set up. So if he hasn't earned any profit yet, you could think of it at the point where he has broken even. So that x-intercept is where he broke even. All right, let's talk about the y-intercept. So that is C. What is the y-intercept of this graph, and what does it tell you about this story? Let me go ahead and clean up this graph really quick. Let's get it tidied up. All right. So since our y-axis, first let's write down what our y-intercept means. The y-intercept is where our line crosses the y-axis. Where a line crosses the y-axis. And x equals 0. Sorry, it's kind of a little messy right there. Here, let me clean that up. All right, where x equals 0. Okay, so again, let me highlight that y-axis. The y-axis goes up and down. Let me highlight our line. And right there. So the point where this line intersects with the y-axis is right there. And that is the point 0, -4. So when x is 0, y is -4. That is our y-intercept. All right, so what does this point mean? Well, if x tells us everything about our number of juices, the number of glasses of juice sold, and x is 0, so if x, not in, okay, here we go. If x equals 0, Billy Bob has sold 0 glasses of juice. So this is before he sold anything. And if y is our profit, then if y equals 0, and y is -4. There we go. Get it right, miss there. If y is -4, that means when Billy has sold 0 glasses, Billy Bob is in debt $4. Or has -$4. Okay, so D asks us, what is the unit rate of price per glass of juice, and how can you tell? So our unit rate of price per glass, so we have price over glass. And there are a number of points on this line that can help us answer this question. The easiest thing to do if you're looking for a unit rate is find where your line intersects an integer. So like here's a point right here, and here's a point right here, and here's a point right here. So these are all of the points on this graph that will be very easy for us to read. Remember, a line is really just made of an infinite number of points, but when we're trying to do a calculation, we want nice tidy points that we know exactly what our x and y equal. So at this point, our x-intercept, we know that that is the point 2, 0. This point, we know that that is the point 4, 4. This point, we know that is the point 6 and 8. And we can use any one of these to find our unit rate if we think about what the x and y mean. So if the x-intercept, or the x-axis is the number of glasses sold, and the y is profit, and we're looking for the price per glass, we can say, well, when Billy Bob had sold 0 cups, he was -$4 in debt. But when Billy Bob sold 2 cups, he was $0 in debt, so he was broken even. When Billy Bob had served 4 cups, he'd earned $4. So we can think of all of these numbers as the price per glass. Let's think about this. So if in 0 cups he was -$4, but it only took 2 cups to break even, that means that when x increased by 4 or by 2, when x increased by 2, y increased by 4. So we have our price. We earned $4 when we sold 2 cups. We earned $4 in 2 cups, which means that the price per glass is $2 per 1 cup. So there's our unit rate, $2 per 1 cup. E says, how much money did Billy Bo Bob put into startup costs, and how can you tell? Well, we already kind of figured that out with our y-intercept. So our startup cost is at the y-intercept, which was the point when x was 0 and y was -4. Billy had -$4. So the startup cost was $4. So before he'd sold anything, he was $4 in debt, which means he spent $4 getting this all put together. And then I'm asking you to describe the rule of this graph verbally or as an equation. And it's okay if this part is still feeling really confusing to you. I know a lot of people didn't answer this, but we can think of this. We're looking for our profit, or y, equals the number of glasses sold. So every time we sell a glass, we get $2. So it's going to be 2 times our x. But we have to remember that we started in the negatives. Our y-intercept was -4. So as we sell juice, we have to subtract that $4 that we already spent. So the amount of profit we earn is $2 for every glass of juice we sell, but minus that $4 we used to get set up. And from here we can calculate really anything we want. So G says, how many cups will we have to sell to earn a $20 profit? And how do you know? Well, we can use this handy dandy equation. If we want a $20 profit, we'll replace y with 20. And we know that when we want a $20 profit, that's when we get $2 per glass minus the $4 startup fee. So let's use our algebra. Let's add 4 to each side. Add 4 to each side. So $24 of profit, 2x. We'll divide both sides by 2. And so x equals 12, which means 12 cups is $20 profit.